Good news, good news. Oh, we all need good news. We need a little bit of joy in our lives. Good news, good news. Oh, we all need good news. We need a little bit of joy in our lives. Good news, good news. Oh, we all need good news. We need a little bit of joy in our lives.
Welcome to another episode of THF Kids News, where we always celebrate the good news of Jesus and have some fun keeping up with THF families. Let's go to Randy for a look at the weather.
Storms are on the horizon. Watch out.
Flat Joy is continuing her adventures this week. Brinley and Brogan took Flat Joy to a sleepover at their grandparents' house. Marcus, Naomi, and McKenna took Flat Joy to jump in the rain puddles. And look at sweet Peyton Moeller riding her little bike with Flat Joy. I love seeing your pictures and your videos throughout the week of you having so much fun and loving life. Check out Emerson and his new reptile friend. Isabella and Jordan were so excited to swim in their new pool. Emma and Allie spent some time together and they went swinging at the park. And Keenan got his groove on. I got this great picture of Brinley Cree and Sutton Davis doing their God times this week. Summer is a great time to get into the habit of spending time with God every day. You can find God times that tie into our weekly Bible stories on our website. These God times are the perfect length for you, and they will encourage you in your relationship with God. This week, we're starting something new for THF Kids News. It's time for the Small Group Leader Spotlight. This week, I want to introduce you to Josh and Courtney Schmidt. Josh and Courtney lead first graders during our 9:30 worship service. Josh, Courtney, and their son Mitch have been at the Heights Fellowship for almost 2 years. Here are 5 fun facts about them. Number 1. Josh has a Pez collection. Number 2, they have 2 golden doodles named Mackie and Keaty, and they're named after the Purdue basketball arena and the head Purdue basketball coach, Gene Keaty.
This is our dog, who Joy could not pronounce correctly. Her name is Katie, named after the famous coach, Gene Keaty, from Purdue University.
Number 3, they are from Indiana, but they've also lived in St. Louis and Cincinnati. Number 4, they both graduated from Purdue University with a degree in agriculture. And number 5, this is pretty cool. Their elementary and high school built the world's largest yo-yo and the world's largest guitar, and they were Guinness World Record verified, but they've since been beaten. But that's still pretty cool. One really neat thing about Josh is that he also served in the United States military. And with Memorial Day coming up this week, I thought it would be neat for you to hear some special things from him.
Today we're going to celebrate Memorial Day. We'll extend our gratitude and respect to all who have answered the call to serve our great nation during times of peace and war. Today we take the time to remember those who gave it all so people all over the world can enjoy the things that we have today. We've got a quote from Franklin D. Roosevelt. Those who have long enjoyed such privileges as we enjoy forget in time that men have died to win them. These brave men and women stood up when called, willing to do their duty to protect their friends, family, and many people that they never knew. They didn't provide their service because they had to, but because they could. They didn't do it for the honor and glory, but have earned every bit of it. For every fallen hero, there are countless lives that have been saved. Jesus died on the cross to free us from sin, and the fallen heroes died so that we could be free from tyranny and oppression. I know for many this is the start of summer, the end of school, and a great 3-day weekend for barbecue and family. Please take the time to remember the true meaning of this day and pay our respects to those who have fallen and their families who carry on without them. Without their sacrifices, we may not have the freedom to enjoy this day and honor our fallen. I'll finish with a quote from George Patton. It's foolish and wrong to mourn the men who died. Rather, we should thank God such men lived. I hope you have a good Memorial Day and remember what it's for. Thank you.
We are so thankful for veterans like Josh and for others who have paid the ultimate price and have given their lives serving our country. Take time this week to honor and pray for these families. Memorial Day is just one celebration happening this week. We are also celebrating the end of school. We are so proud of you and all of your hard work. Let's celebrate. For next week's episode of THF Kids News, we want to create an infinite dab that's passed from one THF kid to another. Let me show you an example. Let's see how many dabs we can get. Help us out and send us a video of you dabbing. Be sure that your right arm goes up and your left arm dabs at your forehead. I can't wait to see how this turns out. Sometimes in life, we can feel a little stuck. Things might get challenging or confusing or just plain hard. But there's a way you can get unstuck if you can find determination. Determination is deciding it's worth it to finish what you started. The awesome thing is that God gives us the determination we need to see things through till the end. Jesus told his followers to love everyone and to show the world what God's love looks like. This week's Bible story is about a man named Stephen. Through God's power, Stephen continued to share God's love all the way until his very last breath. Stephen was determined, he trusted God, and he decided to stand strong in what he believed. We don't always know how things will turn out, and sometimes we feel stuck because things just aren't going our way. But in any situation, we can trust God, and we can remember this week's bottom line. Keep going because God knows the end of the story. When everything feels awful and you don't know what to do, talk to God. Talk to an adult that you trust about how you're feeling. You don't have to keep it to yourself. Well, that'll do it for another episode of THF Kids News. I love you. I miss you. I'll see you next week. And happy summer!
Good news, oh, we all need good news. We need a little bit of joy in our lives.